What's up, you guys? This is Thavius Beck, chilling at the BeatGeeks weekend special with BeatEvolution TV. Oh yeah. Set up. Set up. Set up. I'm an electronic musician. I'm an Ableton certified trainer as well, so I'm basically a beat geek. Which is why I'm here. So I've known Bob for a while, one of the guys who's throwing this event. And I actually came out here for a meeting at the Ableton headquarters, and this just happened to be, a very short notice thing, and he threw me on the bill, and I'm really, really happy to be playing in Berlin again. I mean, typically when I play, it's, I use a lot of different MIDI-controllers. I'm a really big advocate of, actually performing and not just standing behind the computer and, just staring at my screen. So I've got a MIDI controller called the Q-Neo. And it's a bunch of buttons and lights, and typically I'll step away from my computer and just use that more of like an instrument, triggering different effects and whatnot. I've got another MIDI controller called the MIDI-Fighter 3D, which has like an accelerometer and a gyroscope, and you can move it around and send different MIDI messages, so not just pressing buttons. So with that, I can pick that up and kind of like twist it and turn it and do different things with it. So it'll be pretty interesting. It's the first time I've used that in Europe, and maybe like the second or third time I've used it live. So I'm pretty excited about showing that off.
Is that normal that we've never heard of those things?
I mean, they're both relatively new. The Q-Neo is a MIDI controller made by a company called Keith McMillan. I helped them with a Kickstarter campaign to help kind of advertise the fact that they wanted to build it, but they just recently started selling them in stores. So maybe like a month or two ago, they became available, but I've had them for about 7 or 8 months. So I've had plenty of time to mess around with it and use it to my liking. The MIDI-Fighter 3D is made by a company called DJ Tech Tools. And they used to have different kits that you could build before, but they just recently put in like the compass and the accelerometer and all that stuff. So that's also relatively new. So there's people out there that are using them, but I mean, I'm probably, I don't know, one of the more prominent faces that's like actively kind of shoving them down people's throats. Look at my buttons. I mean, for me, yeah, as an American coming to Europe, I always feel like the crowds here are just much more, I don't even know if it's so much that they're much more responsive, they're just like much more willing to just let go. There's not that whole barrier of like, feeling like the person on stage is like your competitor or something, or like, I don't know, and maybe it's from living in LA versus living in different areas of the US. LA is, people come there to get famous, and every time you see someone doing something that you can kind of do, it's almost like, you can't really appreciate it. You're more thinking like, I should be on stage, not that person, And in Europe, I don't get that vibe at all. It's people come out, they want to party, they drink, they let loose, and they really give you the energy back. If you're willing to like let go as a performer, I feel like the audience will give you that back. And it's not that that doesn't happen in the States, but it just seems so much more like prevalent and apparent right off the bat as soon as I come to Europe. My buddy Debmaster has been telling me, and I'm gonna like screw up his name. I just actually met this dude too. Fulgence. See, English, you can't even pronounce these letters. But yeah, I really want to see him play because my buddy Debmaster like spoke up his set a lot. And I just met him upstairs, and really cool dude, we exchanged DPs and whatnot. For me, the coolest part about doing shows like this, where there's so many people playing, is just getting exposed to music that I wouldn't otherwise, Last night I heard Dexter for the first time, and the set was really, really dope, and I was like very impressed. And I met him afterwards when he got off stage, and he was just real cool, humble, like, It's just kind of cool to be able to build with your peers and then still be able to kind of step back as like a fan and appreciate what they're doing, So I'm really looking forward to just kind of getting turned on to some new stuff, but I'm looking forward to seeing it live. I actually just put out a new record. I'm signed to a label called Plug Research in the States, and I have a new record called The Most Beautiful Ugly. The record just came out in the States September 11th, and it'll be coming out in Europe, let me see. In the UK, it comes out October 29th, and I believe in France and Germany and Switzerland and other European territories, it comes out November 2nd. So it's double vinyl. Finally, I have vinyl again. It's white vinyl. It's also very pretty. And CD and digital download. So yeah, if you're interested at all in what I'm doing, check for the record. It'll be coming out very soon.